Okay, so we have proportions here that need to be solved. Remember, we have an equal sign, so we are allowed to cross multiply right there. So if I show my work, this looks like x minus 3 times x plus 2 equals 6. Hopefully we're seeing that we have to FOIL right here. So this turns into x squared. Outside is positive 2x. Inside is negative 3x. Last would be minus 6 equals negative 6. Now, remember, since I have this x squared right here, I have to set this equal to 0. So x squared makes me set the equation equal to 0. So I have to subtract 6 on both sides and combine my like terms. So this turns into x squared minus 1x minus 12 equals 0. Now it is a trinomial, three terms, so I have to factor it. What factors of 12 could make 1? Hopefully we're seeing that that would be 4 and 3. Since it's an x squared, it just becomes x out front, x out front. 4 and 3 would go right there. Now I got to play around with the signs. So I know that the 4 times the 3 has to give me a negative 12. So one has to be positive and one has to be negative. It's a negative 1 on the inside. So when I would add those together, they would have to have the larger one be negative, forcing it to be minus 4 and positive 3 equal 0. Now my last step, I would set each one equal to 0, and I would get x equals 4, x equals negative 3. Okay, but notice, so those are my two answers. But notice I said check for extraneous solutions. So extraneous, if you don't remember, all that means is I got an answer, but when I check it, it gives me something that's false. Okay, so extraneous just means when you check the answer, the situation is false, which is kind of strange. Why would that happen? What makes that happen? Hopefully, you'll see. So I'm going to check my 4 first. That gives me 4 minus 3 over 3 equals 2 over 4 plus 2. So this turns into, I get a 1 over 3 and a 2 over 6, which, yes, those are the same fraction. Remember, a portion is a fraction equals a fraction. So that works. 4 is not extraneous. When I plug in my negative 3, so that's one answer to check. And when I plug in my negative 3, I get keep, change, change. I get a negative 6 on top and a positive 3 on the bottom. And then I get a 2 on top and a negative 1 on the bottom. So as you can see, negative 6 over 3, that is going to be negative 2, and 2 over negative 1, that is also negative 2. So this also works out. So both are legit. There are no extraneous solutions. Those are my two answers to solve this proportion.